6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel the rap!
Harley Cameron, tonight we do hot girl grabs. Well, at least one of us. I am the women's champion. I am the woman from hell, and you will not sing again, because I will rip out your vocal cords and throw them into the third row.
The learning tree always says, brevity is the soul of wit. Cope, you shortened your name. Well, tonight, I'm gonna shorten your career.
Last week, we proved that Cope is a dope. And tonight, I'm gonna show that Harwood is no good.
Sick burn, LT.
And it's gonna be a clean-ass sweep.
Hi, guys. The learning tree, Chris Jericho, tonight, Dax the Axe chops you down. You know, over the years, I've been called Paul Bunyan. I've been called a lumberjack. Tonight, that's probably apropos, because I'm gonna chop me down a redwood right now. See you, boys. See ya. Top guys out.
Georgia Bulldogs, and we are at the Aikens Ford Arena, live on TNT. And we're going to dive right into the action.
Collision opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, the rated R superstar, Cole!
Tony Schiavone here at ringside along with Nigel McGuinness and joined by the Ring of Honor World Champion, the Nueve, Chris Jericho.
I wanted to come out here and keep an eye on the proceedings after last week with Cope, and of course Big Bill the Redwood, who's going to be doing some decimation of his opponent here tonight. Isn't that right, Bad Apple? He said, yeah. I'm looking at you, Cope. You dope.
And he's looking at you, Chris Jericho.
And his opponent from Queens, New York, weighing 276 pounds, the Redwood, Big Bill!
Tell you what, Nigel McGuinness, any way you cut it, that is an impressive figure walking to the ring.
Undoubtedly so, and that's the reason why the learning tree, Chris Jericho, gave Big Bill a standing ovation.
That is
well earned indeed. Chris, tell us what Big Bill has learned under your learning tree.
Well, in the words of Tony Schiavone himself, Big Bill is just too much man as he looks right over here at Jericho and Brian Keith. He has learned a lot. He's just reaching the very beginning of his potential, Nigel. This is a future world champion in the ring right here, right now.
Undoubtedly. But of course, his opponent tonight, Cope, Adam Copeland. I do hate it when someone changes their name just to put
terrible
new merchandise out there. You've heard of Pope on a rope. Going to be Cope on a rope coming next.
All right.
That's right.
The collar and elbow tie-up by two of the greats here in AEW. By the way, the man to my left, Nueve, Chris Jericho's got a match coming up later on the night as well.
Against Dax Harwood, another tremendous competitor here, part of Rated FTR, but nothing in the hands of the learning tree. Or should I say the branches?
The strength that Big Bill showed there. Cope is no slouch, certainly.
Look at the size of this guy. He's the biggest wrestler in AEW, by far.
Ooh, look at that.
A little drop toe hold action that time, taking Big Bill down. So great to have you with us here in this January event where it's been snow all over the place, but fans have
Come on, Bill!
jammed into here.
Come on, Bill! Come on! Come on! Listen, ref, come on! Come on, Bill! Cope, you better watch it!
Get some help!
Come on! He's gonna take apart this commentary desk with the cranium of the Redwood! Come on! This is... Shut up! Quiet down! Shut your mouth!
Chris Jericho, you was...
Come on, man! Don't let him treat you like this. You're 3 times the size.
Well, Jericho's dropped the microphone here, as you can see, and come to the aid of Big Bill, whose head was literally rocked here.
No respect for the announce desk. Watch out! Ooh,
there you go. Respect that, Cope. You dope.
Counting on the back.
Well, it's Cope on the rope right now.
There you go.
Big running front kick that time by Big Bill.
That's much better. There, Cope is exactly where I knew he would be. Flat on his back on the floor here in Athens, Georgia.
Now, Chris, you stood across the ring from Cope on a number of occasions in your career. What would you say are his strengths and his weaknesses?
Well, oh my God, don't do this!
Oh, and again.
His weakness is he just got his head wrapped off that solid steel and wood announce desk. But I'll say this about Cope. One of the all-time greats when it comes to ring psychology, Nigel. He's very, very smart inside that ring.
Certainly a thinking man's wrestler, erudite.
One of his cons is he's very, very fragile. We have seen him get hurt time and time and time. We were once tag team champions, Shivani, and he got hurt. Had to get a new partner.
Well, his neck problems are well documented. Missed 9 years because of neck surgery.
Triple neck fusion, and of course this past week on Dynamite, we saw Cope cool out.
Look at
John Moxley, and suffered that bulldog choke. With Moxley focusing on the damaged neck.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Adam Copeland's return is a storybook.
There you go, Big Bill.
Return to wrestling, and of course, Big Bill said he was going to end that storybook run of Adam Copeland here in AEW before he gets a shot and a chance at John Moxley, which is what he is focused on right now.
Not all stories end with a fairy tale finish, Shivani.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I agree with you there. But the Redwood Big Bill.
The confidence of the Redwood out there tonight. If you look like that, you'd have that type of confidence too, Shivani.
Yes, I would.
Sadly, you don't.
What would you do for a body like that, Tony?
You don't even know what to say.
What would I do for a body like that? That's an amazing man. At around 7 feet tall.
It says too much man right on the front of his tights. That's your quote, Shivani. You started it. You were right. I just like how Big Bill is just dismantling Cope here.
And he's going for well, right now the sternum. He's been going for the neck. He's been going for the back, the spine. And Cope's in a bad way right here, guys.
He really is, and this is the guy that wants to become the next world champion. I think Big Bill should be the next world champion.
Certainly, Cope, far from copacetic, dare I say.
Oh, well said, Nigel. Oh, on top of that safety rail. And fans, this match continues. Stay with us here on TNT and on Max. Right now, it looks like Cope blinking his eyes. Oh, he may be out.
It's because he can't speak. He's blinking his eyes saying, please end this match. If you want to end this match, Cope, blink twice.
It certainly now is Big Bill's match to lose. The way he has dominated Cope from the outset.
This is Big Bill every single night.
Wow. Still to come, Chris Jericho, Dax the Axe. One-on-one. That is later on this telecast. And also tonight, Daniel Garcia against Shibata for the TNT Championship. Story behind that one we'll tell you in just a few moments. And then how about this one?
How about it? Hot Girl Graps up for action. The TNT title is on the line with Garcia. The AEW Women's title not on the line as Mariah May. Will she feel the wrath of Harley Cameron?
She drove here in a limousine
Shivani.
A limousine?
Ever been in a limousine before?
Many years ago.
Yeah, many years ago with Crockett probably. Not in the modern era, that's for sure. You take an Uber everywhere you go.
Oh, look at this. Now this, I'm telling you, Adam Copeland and his neck injury that he sustained cannot take much of this.
He doesn't even know where he is. Look at he's dazed and confused right over there.
1, 2, 3.
Big Bill, 8-inch, 73-pound size advantage over Cope.
And Cope is a big man. You're talking about, what is 6'3", 6'4"? Bill just towers over him.
Adam Copeland, no question. He's not used to being physically dominated the way that he has thus far.
And once again, he just came back from a very serious leg injury only a few weeks ago. So he's still getting back into ring shape. And this is not helping his cause.
Certainly doesn't look like a world champion contender now as Big Bill. To your point, Chris, maybe he could usurp and step ahead of Cope and get a title opportunity himself.
Absolutely. Lots of usurping going on in that ring right now.
Oh, look at this. Again, a neck vice applied here. We continue live on TNT and on Max. Tony Schiavone joined by Nigel McGuinness and the Nueve Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho, who is right now encouraging Big Bill on here. And right now, Big Bill is dominating this matchup. Still to come tonight, Chris Jericho, as you see, a comeback being made here. Chris Jericho against Dax Harwood later on tonight. One of our big events here on Collision as Cope asserts himself.
Cope mentioned earlier he's trying to be a Paul Bunyan and chop down Big Bill in the Redwood. That's not happening.
Well, he attempted to do that time.
Well, see, this is what Cope has to do. Get Big Bill on his hands and knees. Eliminate that size and height advantage.
Knee strikes. Boom.
Vicious Northern Lariat to the back of the neck. Cover up.
1, 2.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot more to keep the Redwood down. He's got him dazed, but once again, this is a very, very big and a very motivated man as well. Every time Bill steps in the ring, he feels like he has something to prove to himself and to everybody else, and he does it time and time again.
Cope just pushing himself to his feet. Big Bill, you see his jaw set. Yep, you could see he was in this. Missed the lariat, missed the back elbow. Picks up. A cover, 1, 2. No.
You see the look in the eyes of Big Bill. He was sure he had the beating there of Cope.
Yeah, even though he didn't get the 3, I sure love seeing Big Bill put the hammer down on Cope right there. Tribute to the late, great Big Boss Man. Came from just down the road over here.
Cobb County, Georgia, you are right. Now Jericho gets to his feet here. I don't know what this is about.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
What? Jericho goes up to...
What a giving man, Chris Jericho.
Oh, just stop. He should be away from ringside. And he should not be on the
He's
edge of the
even
ring.
giving the officials some advice now. That's brilliant.
He needs to leave. He needs to get back to the broadcast table here. Meanwhile, scoop slam by Big Bill. No, not a slam, but a big scoop. Cope sends Big Bill back. Big Bill vapes him to the apron.
Wow.
Boy, what action to open up this telecast.
How did the turnbuckle pad come off?
Oh, how did it come off, Chris?
Well, either way, Cope is running out of hope, Nigel.
No question about that now. A very steep slope if he is going to climb back into offense on this match.
And Bryce Remsburg has just noticed that the turnbuckle pad is off.
The cameraman, look at this, come on. Let's go. Come on, Big Bill.
Cope fighting for all he's worth on the turnbuckles.
Oh, look at that, into the exposed turnbuckle.
Absolutely.
No, there's no way, he's too big. He's too big.
Running powerbomb. Yes! Incredible. Incredible by Cope. He'll
head. Dig deep.
Big Bill trying to tell the official that his head was rammed into the turnbuckle.
Look at the cheater.
Cope should be disqualified, surely.
Shut up.
And the fans are chanting, Cope, Cope,
Bill,
Cope.
turn around. Watch out. Yes.
Went for the spear.
Oh, my gosh.
Big Bill.
This is beautiful.
1, 2, 3. No, not yet, fans.
That time it was Adam Copeland into the unexposed turnbuckle.
You're not going to be an 11-time world champ, 12-time world tag team champ, a 2-time TNT champ, if you're not going to come out of that.
Well, let's take it. I don't say no. We're almost going to take a chance to see how close he came. But right now, Big Bill trying to end things. Choke slam.
Uh-oh. This is not good for Cobb. He grabbed it. Impaler.
The agility and the power of Big Bill is second to none, but yet Cope still has him.
Speared the big man down. 1, 2, 3.
No! He kicked down!
No, it was a 2. I thought it was a 3.
Bill! Come on, Bill!
Cope thought it was a 3.
Bill!
How close was that?
I can't believe he kicked down!
Do you believe in miracles?
Come on, Bill!
That was unbelievable, that kick out.
Look at this! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Big Bill rises up from the dead. Coming out of the...
Oh, my, what?
Spear again!
You dirty, no good son of a...
He cheated!
Look at these. Hammer and anvil blows. Right out of the John Moxley school. Rear naked choke.
No, come on, Bill!
Right out of the John Moxley school.
Get out of it, Bill! Get out of it!
He's got it.
Come on, Bill, get out of it!
Rod watch the right hand of Big Bill. It's over. It's over.
Winner, the Rated R Superstar, Cope.
Wow, the Learning Tree and Brian Keith, understandably irate. Adam Copeland, low blow to Big Bill after Big Bill had kicked out of the spear. Oh, wait a second. FTR joining the fray.
Dax Cash helping matters out. And we have basically a Pier 6 brawl, if I can use that term. Fans chanting FTR as Dax and Cash helping out with Cope. Referees have come out. Security has come out.
Security down here as well. We're going to need a lot of help to separate these 6 individuals. Chris Jericho in our main event against Dax the Axe. If we can somehow get some calm back out here.
This is out of control. Jericho gets on the floor. Big Bill gets on the floor. And Jericho tries to get back in here, and now he gets... Fans are chanting, let them fight, let them fight.
What a capricious instigator Adam Copeland is. We are just getting started here on Collision.
How about that, man? What a start to our program. We're going to see Chris Jericho out here a little bit later as well. But fans, we are just a tip of the old iceberg here. Fans, here we got tonight on Collision. Dax Harwood will take on Chris Jericho, and I've just been told now that everyone is barred from ringside. Tony Khan has made that announcement. No seconds, one-on-one, everyone barred from ringside.
And with Mariah May's next challenge to be decided next week on Maximum Carnage, tonight we get an appetizer as the Glamour faces the wrath of Harley Cameron.
As well as the Women's Casino Gauntlet match coming up Wednesday on Maximum Carnage. The winner gets a Women's World Title shot in Australia.
And after winning the Casino Gauntlet match this past week on Dynamite. Powerhouse Hobbs cashes in against the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley.
And Wednesday on Maximum Carnage, the ring return of Kenny Omega as he'll take on the Machine, Brian Cage. Here's a look at what happened with Kenny on Wednesday.
It was a little over a year ago. I checked myself into a hospital, and I was given the bad news.
Well, I'm sure all hoping the best for Kenny Omega.
I had two questions. Number one, how long is recovery gonna be? Number two, when is it that I can get back in a ring? He said, Kenny, you'd be lucky if you could return to a normal way of life, let alone return to the Kenny Omega that you used to be.
Kenny Omega, stunning the world.
And I had to really ask myself, is this even worth it?
They broke it in half.
What purpose do I even have? This new version of Kenny Omega, the one that isn't concerned about money, power, the one that isn't concerned about revenge, this version of Kenny Omega can still prove that he is the
greatest champion in professional wrestling. Well, look who's back from the dead. Been waiting months. Tony Khan had made it official. Kenny Omega returns to the ring to take on the Machine, Brian Cage. Witness the best wrestle live this Wednesday and Thursday. It's two massive back-to-back events in Cincinnati with Dynamite and Collision Maximum Carnage, featuring the first ever women's casino gauntlet match. Hook battles the patriarch Christian Cage. Jon Moxley defends the AEW World Championship against Powerhouse Hobbs. And it's the Machine versus the Best Bout Machine as Kenny Omega makes his return to an AEW ring against Brian Cage. Tickets to these and all other events all month long are on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
I have worked so hard in my wrestling career to protect my family from the kind of prying eyes, the kinds of intrusions that even a small amount of fame can bring. And in one night, all of that work was undone. And it nearly tore my family apart. And if it didn't tear my family apart, it broke me. Because for a long time, I was ashamed. I was ashamed to come here every week. I was ashamed to stand in front of the world, and I was ashamed to look my wife and my son in the eyes after what I had allowed to happen to them. And I knew that after a while that I had to make a decision. I could either remain the husk of a man that I was, or I could do something about it. So I found Swerve Strickland, and I made sure that he did not hold the AEW World Championship. And I severed the ties to the last hope that he had, that he could build a family and a home like I had had. And in September, I all but spilled his brains in front of the world. Christopher Daniels, I know, and I understand what you were trying to say to me. And I humored you, maybe for too long, because of who you were. When I met you 14 years ago, I was just a kid, and you were the first wrestler that I had met who had ever done anything, who told me that I could too. So I humored you for a while, but I listened for too long. And last Saturday, you crossed a line when you laid hands on me. And for that, you will pay the price. Saturday, on Collision in Cincinnati, Maximum Carnage. Christopher Daniels, I will see you in a Texas death match. And I need you to understand this going into Cincinnati. I have decided who I will be. And I will wake up every morning and I will make that same decision over and over again, because I would rather injure and maim. I would rather tear every life on this earth apart than be the man that I was last year. CD, you have made your bed. And next Saturday, I lay you down in it forever.
Wow, for next Saturday, Nigel, how about that?
Texas Death Match is Hangman Page's match, but it is certainly not Christopher Daniels' first rodeo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing 217 pounds, he is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champion, the Bastard Pack.
Well, member of the Death Riders, the Bastard Pack, making his way to the ring. It's always trouble when you know that a member of the Death Riders is in the arena. And here he is tonight, which should be a great matchup in our next bout.
No should be about it. World Trios Champion and a perfect 10-0 on Collision. Pac, the man that gravity forgot. Certainly make sure that it remembers his opponents. For this man, a perfect example of professional wrestler. Speed, athleticism, power, he has it all.
One of the great wrestlers coming out of the UK, Nigel, that you know all about.
Questionably.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by the hype man, Alex Abrahamson,
these competitors have added incentive for this match. We take you back to Dynamite Christmas last year with Claudio in clear control. Commander needed some extra help, which he got from under the ring. Then used it without the official seeing it, setting up this little sweet thing. Was sweet for the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, but left a bitter taste in the mouth of the Death Riders, who took it to Commander.
You can better believe that Pac, out of that, is looking for revenge here tonight.
Both of these men known for their athleticism, their high flying, but Pac clearly has the speed advantage, or excuse me, has the power advantage.
Right.
If the athleticism goes to the Ring of Honor TV champion.
Collar and elbow tie up back to the corner. Fans, we want you to join us when we come your way this Wednesday and Thursday. Maximum Carnage in Cincinnati. We're going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee the following Wednesday. First time in Knoxville, Tennessee. Look forward to seeing you there. Our homecoming is coming back into Jacksonville. That is on Saturday, January 25th at Daly's Place in Jacksonville. And don't forget, tickets available at AEWTIX.com. Pac, head of steam. Pick it up, tilt-a-whirl. Didn't drop him down, landed on his feet. We expect a high-speed contest here, and we're getting every bit of that early on. Trying to monkey flip, and Pac lands on his feet. Ducking low, up top. Taking Pac down and out.
Look at that.
Incredible into a tiaras.
Wow.
And sending Pac reeling on the floor.
Relatively slow-paced over the top, and that lured Pac into a sense of full security. He's not done yet. Spaceman.
Yep, he's going to walk the ropes. Pac is down on the other side to your left as you're watching your television screen.
Watch this for balance and agility. Preternatural.
Unbelievable. The Ring of Honor Television Champion is on a roll. Up top. Cross body. Cover 1, 2. Oh, Pac was kicking out of that one.
The Commander of the Skies taken to the skies on more than one occasion thus far in the match. Pac on the back foot, but that is where he's most dangerous.
Right now, Pac slowing down a little bit on that one to the turnbuckle pads.
As Alex Abraham is the hype man for Commander, willing his man on. Commander, who almost died twice when he was going to be born. His mother said a prayer and said that if he survives, this boy will do something with his life, and Tony certainly has.
He certainly has. He has become such a sensation here in AEW. And right now, Pac just getting the blows in, so to speak, holding that middle rope. Breaking on the 5 count.
Newcastle, a psychotic. Incredible. As he listens out here. More damage you can do on the outside.
Absolutely. Now, watch out. Move out of the way. Into the safety rail goes Commander. Pac now taunting Commander by turning to the fans. Look at this. This is viciousness.
Vociferous reaction from the fans here in Athens.
Look at this. These two men were together at one time.
Weather outside has been Arctic. Snow. A lot of people have been having travel problems getting in here tonight, but inside the arena tonight, it is red hot action.
Pac in the face of Alex Abrahantes at one time, with together as walked out together as World Trios champs. And Pac, of course, a member of the Trios champs once again as part of Death Riders, and a drop kick in midair. Didn't work, but that running pump kick did.
Lord.
That smashed the face. Smashed it. 1, 2, and a 2 count.
Not a lot of mustard on the kick out. You can understand why. Pac kicking Commander in the back of the head, but the front of his face got in the way. Now Commander grabbing at his jaw. Pac in clear control. Look how calm this man is. Watch it. Oh!
He's got Abraham.
Shut him up.
It was basically his former manager, Abraham. If you recall, watch out, up on top.
Oh, God!
Commander. As Alex Abrahantes was being assaulted here, Pac turned his attention away from his opponent and paid for it.
I bet Pac wanted to do that for years, finally getting his hands on Abrahantes, but look here, Abrahantes playing the distraction and giving Commander the perfect opportunity to hit the moonsault. What height he got with it as well.
Now Pac staggers in the middle of the ring. Here comes Commander up on top. Pac ducked out of the way. Missed twice. Commander!
Whoa!
Delivers a cutter. Pac on his hands and knees. And this time catches the floor. It didn't last long. That time, a DDT drove Pac's head in the ring. 1, 2, no. A 2 count.
Really stuck that DDT. You can see Pac spasming after the impact, but now Commander's got to keep pushing forward.
Pac, of course, the first man in AEW to hold 2 titles simultaneously. The International Championship and the World Trios Championship. We talked about that. As Alex was his manager at that time, and look at this. Fans getting behind. Commander leaps on top. Oh, and that time Pac took the legs out from Commander, and Commander basically hung out to dry here.
Now Pac was lying in wait, playing the proverbial possum. And when Commander gave him the opportunity, Pac took him out. And right now, oh look, this could be looking potentially. Here's Black Arrow. But his opponent not damaged enough.
Commander rolling out of the way. You're right. Probably was going for the Black Arrow. Thrust kick. Perfect timing that time by Commander. Another one.
Oh, my God.
That knocked Pac for a loop, literally.
Oh, could be looking for it.
Oh, my God.
Poison Rana.
Now up on top. Commander.
El Cielito Lindo. No. Oh.
The 450 found its knees into the brutalizer.
Center of the ring. Nowhere. Nowhere to go. Nothing to tap except the shoulder. And that is it. Holding on for good measure.
Here's your winner, the Bastard, Pac.
Pac has now won 17 of his last 20 matches.
Certainly living up to his moniker, though, and exacting a measure of revenge. Abrahantes beside himself on the outside, and if I was him, definitely now I would get out of Dodge.
Pac also undefeated, 11-0 on Collision. Well,
well,
we talked about
there's a commotion behind us, Tony.
Yeah, we talked about Pac getting some revenge on Commander. And speaking of a man who wants revenge on Commander, there you see Claudio along with Wheeler.
Castagnoli looks unsatisfied, clearly wants a little more. By the looks of things, both he and Wheeler Yuta are going to get it. More than the proverbial pound of flesh.
Commander, who just tapped out Claudio disrobes. And there is trouble for Commander, who already was put in that brutalizer.
Wait a second. Oh! Castagnoli huge his opponents tonight. The Outrunners preparing in the back.
The Outrunners.
Well, by the looks of things, yeah. I think this one's starting quickly, Tony.
Yes, it is. The Outrunners against Claudio and Wheeler Yuta here. Turbo Floyd on the floor here against Claudio. Truth Magnum, Wheeler Yuta going at it in the ring.
The Death Riders against the youngest men alive. The Bruce Lees of the jet skis.
What sensations they have become in a short period of time. Won their first match here in 2025 and tried to make it 2 in a row.
Certainly huge fan favorites, the Outrunners. Truth Magnum in the ring right now. Turbo Floyd in the corner.
Big chop that time. We have a lot still to come here, including for the TNT Championship, Daniel Garcia against Shibata. Women's action, it's going to be Mariah May against Harley Cameron in a one-on-one matchup. And then, of course, with everyone barred at ringside, straight-up match, it's going to be Dax Harwood against the Nueve Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho. That is all still to come here tonight. Look at this teamwork.
Some lovely cohesion from Magnum and Floyd. Certainly who started out training in the frigid conditions in Vern Gagne's farm back in Minnesota.
Do what?
Yes, look it up. Wikipedia never lies. Wow. Castagnoli using the distraction there. The official's back turned. Quite apropos after what we saw of how he lost Commander at the end of last year.
Pump kick that time. And right now, as you can see, Turbo Floyd is in a tough spot. And not surprising, it's the first time, by the way, that the Outrunners in the formative years of their AEW career have met Claudio and Wheeler Yuta.
It's getting certainly a lesson in how vicious and brutal the Death Riders can be. Castagnoli, the linchpin, both the Death Riders and the former Blackpool Combat Club. Stoic look on his face like his native Switzerland, but oh, those beautiful European uppercuts. Everyone on the mark.
My God, those are, you see them every time, and they are still amazing, those European uppercuts. The force that he gets, the body that he gets behind it, the legs, everything. It's like a pitcher in baseball. Their best fastball is using the legs. That uppercut, the European uppercut, is from the legs up. Into the ropes, a little fence press that time, and Turbo laid him in here. Can't do too much posing against a guy like Claudio.
I wouldn't do any.
Into the gut. Knee lift. Pick up. Backdrop suplex. Wheeler goes down. And Wheeler and Claudio both go out. Tag team action here on this Saturday night continues on TNT and Max.
Well, finally, the Outrunners getting things back in their way.
Well, they went,
how long they can keep it there.
One man went down on the, and I understand that the legal man in the ring went down on the floor, but he's 1-on-2 here. See, I'm not so sure that was a great move or not.
I would dare to say not a great move,
No,
but Truth Magnum there. Oh, he certainly hurt the left knee.
Yeah, Claudio limping just a bit here. And as Turbo Floyd gets chased to his corner, Stephon Smith has to go around and remove members of the Death Riders. But Truth Magnum, who came down on the floor after 2 men, has paid the price here, Nigel.
Yeah, certainly. His ego getting the better of him. Oh. Vicious atomic drop of the knee onto the guardrail, and snap, crackle, and pop. I don't think Truth Martini will be competing in any marathons anytime soon.
Calling Martini.
Work all week on that one.
Yeah, I got you.
What you call him at this point.
That's right. And right now, Truth Magnum. Oh man, he is an open target here for the Death Riders. And here comes Wheeler Yuta. It is Steve. Wheeler Yuta rolled up by Truth. 1-2. Got a 2 count out of that. And really needs to bring Floyd back in here, Nigel.
Yeah, needs to put himself between Magnum and Floyd. Here's a cover.
1, 2. Great vertical suplex executed by Wheeler Yuta.
Yuta, a serious student of the game here. Figure 4 leg lock applied. Close enough such that he could tag in Castagnoli to further work on the damaged knee of Truth Magnum.
You're right. You're right. I'm telling you.
I usually am, Tony.
Yeah, but putting the figure 4 on right before you make the tag is great wrestling.
Ring awareness as well.
Sure.
Now.
This tag team matchup coming to you from Athens, Georgia, live on TNT and Max. Tony and Nigel with you. It's the Death Riders against the Outrunners. 1 down, 2 down. Both Outrunners are out right now.
Magnum barely able to stand. Were it not for Castagnoli, I'll take a look at this.
Double team.
Hard attack.
1, 2, no. Already tonight, we saw Pac get his 11th win without a loss on Collision, beating Commander, but they weren't done. They beat Commander up afterwards, right before this tag match, when Wheeler Yuta and Claudio came to the ring.
You don't cross the Death Riders. Or to put it another way, Tony, you don't outrun the Death Riders.
Elbow drop. How about that? 1, 2, no. And again, Truth Magnum, don't want to harp on the point since going on the floor. He has been in a bad shape here. And now needs Turbo, who's pounding that top turnbuckle pad.
Although Floyd really trying to will on his opponent as soon as his partner. Now nothing but air and hope between Magnum and Floyd. Got to make the tag.
Floyd. Oh, and Claudio came in from the other side. How about that?
Oh, Magnum digging down deep.
Back body drop. No. And makes the tag. And a tag on the other end. Wheeler Yuta's in. But Turbo, fists of fire. Pick up. Scoop slam. He's going to pick up Claudio. How about that?
You get a body slam. You get a body slam.
Slams Truth on to Wheeler. Going for the double bind elbow. Boom on Wheeler Yuta.
Get up, come on now.
Setting up for a total recall, but instead, Castagnoli with the leg trip.
Oh! And Truth Magnum goes in. Turbo Floyd gets a European uppercut from the outside. 2. Strong legs got him out of that. Disappointed look that time on the face of Claudio. And a roll-up. 1, 2. A 2 count.
Floyd here is going to have to do something because there's no one for him to tag. That could do it. 2.5. Turbo Floyd back to his feet, but again gets, no. 2 and nearly 3. Floyd within a hair's breadth of picking up this upset win.
Now, right now, the Outrunners looking for their 4th win in a row. Their 2nd one here in 2025. But right now, on the outside, you can hear Claudio say, finish him, Yuta.
Instead,
1, 2, but instead Claudio's got to make a save.
That was Floyd that got the suplex. But look how
I'm telling you,
absolutely commandeering.
Claudio's ticked off.
Watch this. This is how to do it, Wheeler. This is a lesson.
The giant swing. Oh, the kick by Yuta and a cover.
Castagnoli legal.
1, 2, little miscommunication that time. May have cost him.
Magnum back in despite the bad knee. Adrenaline thrown through his body now.
Yuta hoist up Turbo Floyd. And they attempted a superplex from the turnbuckle pads, blocked by Turbo, right above us here.
The legs are on the outside, but you can see Floyd sitting way back.
Now let's see if Floyd knocked. Claudio's got the referee.
Oh, brilliant.
Enough diversion for Wheeler Yuta. Wow. And look at that man, pick that man up. Holy smokes, what power.
Gut wrench, superplex, rocket launcher.
There it is. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli.
I should have saved the line for the end of the match. You can't outrun the Death Riders.
Well, fans, coming up next, we're going to have a women's matchup. Harley Cameron against the world champion Mariah May. But coming up on Wednesday, Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, live from Cincinnati.
This is the dangerous path of vengeance.
Hook, earlier today, your dad was unfortunately attacked.
I'm coming for you! This isn't what you think it is.
You haven't seen anything yet.
That hand has to be broken.
Just because I beat your ass in luxury box doesn't mean my job is finished. I'm gonna choke your ass out.
A path of opportunity.
The first ever women's casino gauntlet.
For a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship at Grand Slam Australia.
The #1 entry in the Women's Casino Gauntlet.
I'm #1, and you can't stop Stat.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Ladies, let's make history.
Of power.
I have taken bullet after bullet for this company. I will destroy the AEW World Championship before I let anyone else get their fingers on it ever again.
I'm taking everything from everyone.
Powerhouse Hobbs will challenge for the AEW Championship.
I plan on shocking the world, but not only doing that, I'm gonna make Jon Moxley my bitch.
I promise you, you will find nothing good down this road. Hell on earth.
There is only one God in professional wrestling. I'm back.
A path of redemption.
If I'm not in this ring, in front of you people, giving you everything that I have, then I'm just not living.
Well, look who's back from the dead. The Don Callis family.
No, not this bitch. No, 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 no.
Who better than Cage?
Nobody. I'm still the best belt machine. I'm still the cleaner. And it's not over.
The dangerous path leads to glory or to ruin. The only way through is to survive maximum carnage.
Everything you want is right in front of you, dog. So you see, I've been listening since the beginning. Since all this Death Rider started, I've been listening. Everything you want is in front of you. You wanted people to stand up. You wanted AEW to be a place where people took initiative. Well, guess what, Mox? I took initiative. I won the casino gauntlet. I beat 7 other people, Mox. I stood up to you Wednesday on Dynamite, and what did you do? You backed away. You cowered out. You tucked your tail between your legs. What type of leader, what type of world champion is that? This Wednesday night, Maximum Carnage, I know where we're at. Cincinnati, Ohio, the birthplace of Jon Moxley. Well, guess what, Mox? I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been homeless. Hell, there's been times I've been left for dead. But guess what, Mox? There's nothing you can actually do to me. So this Wednesday, Cincinnati, Ohio, Mox, I'm gonna make you my bitch.
Well, can Powerhouse Hobbs win the world title this Wednesday at Maximum Carnage?
He can. Will he? I would bet against it because Jon Moxley is nobody's bitch.
Yeah, I would agree to that. And fans, speaking of world title, coming up on Wednesday, the women's Casino Gauntlet match. The winner of that match will go on to get a shot at Mariah May and the AEW Women's World Title coming up when we go to Australia in the month of February.
Brisbane is going to be like nothing else. But speaking of the AEW Women's Champion, she's on her way shortly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Gold Coast, Australia, Harley Cameron.
Cameron, full of charisma, unquestionably. They certainly broke the mold when they made Harley Cameron a singer, a model, one of 9 siblings. One of her parents eat like rabbits too.
Oh, would you stop? A ventriloquist as well. And now, going after the Women's World Champion, the one and only Harley Cameron waits on Mariah.
And her opponent from London, England, she is the AEW Women's World Champion, the Glamour, Mariah May.
Of course, Tony, title is not on the line tonight. Mariah May, a champion, non-paral. The in-ring ability of a Judy Grable. The stunning blonde looks of a Jane Mansfield and the biting wit, dare I say, of a Molly Brown, equally unsinkable.
On Wednesday, we saw that Harley had interrupted Mariah May, and she was talking about the gauntlet match coming up, and they both agreed on a hot, as they say, hot girls graps match.
Hot girl graps, Tony, or hot girl grabs, as you said mistakenly earlier today, confusing it with your dating strategy in the 1980s.
I don't remember saying that, but thank you very much.
You don't remember the 1980s, for that matter.
The bell sounds, here we go. Mariah May just
taking her sweet time. Well,
Harley ready to
Cameron
go.
wants us to get started quickly.
What is this?
She said she was going to make Mariah May feel the wrath. Mariah May said the only thing you'll feel is my foot up your ass.
Yeah, I'll go grab. What is wrong with you?
No idea.
Oh, look at
Hey,
this.
wait a second.
One. Another roll up by Harley. Couldn't get a count out of that. 1, 2, and a 2 count. How about Harley Cameron coming out? Oh, she was coming out to fight, but got headbutted for her troubles.
Celebrating a couple of near falls on the champion, but that might be all she's celebrating here. May, momentary distraction.
What would a win for Harley Cameron do in this non-title match?
Certainly put her in the conversation. for a title opportunity. But now she'll have to wait, as we talked about this Wednesday. Maximum Carnage, the first ever women's casino gauntlet match.
Well, I think a win by Harley could potentially put her in that gauntlet. You never know. You never know who is in the gauntlet, because sometimes the gauntlet ends before all the participants get in.
Usually it does. You know, I've been in the casino gauntlet match at Wembley Stadium last year, so I'm very familiar with how important it is to get in early. And to that point, Chris Statlander with the #1 spot, winning it this past week on Dynamite.
On that three-way match, absolutely. Russian leg sweep. Harley Cameron has come to fight. It's a one count.
Not even close to a two.
You've got to be impressed. I know you are a Mariah May apologist, but you got to be impressed with Harley has come out with here.
First of all, I've never made any apology when it comes to Mariah May.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Genius and perfection is without apology, but certainly, yes, I've been impressed with the way that Harley Cameron has improved with every outing. Ooh, vicious.
Enziguri, nicely done. 1, 2, and the world champion kicks out again. Wow, Mariah May finished 2024 as the wins leader in the AEW women's division with 30 and the world champion. And what a year she had, of course, winning the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament as well.
I would dare say 2024 was the year of Mariah May. And by the looks of things, 2025 carrying on in that vein.
All right, fans, cover 1, 2. Fans, this match continues. Stay with us on Max and TNT. Look at the face of the champion here, Nigel. She is...
Impossible not to look at her face. She is so stunning and beautiful. And in this crowd here in Athens, Georgia, good Lord, she does look like the proverbial Georgia peach. Oh, wow. Mariah, go round.
1, 2. Got a 2 count that time. I was talking her, gritting her teeth that time. The determination look on her face.
She is
not
determined.
her beauty, which is all you see sometimes.
That is not true. I see intelligence. I see determination.
Right.
And I see God-given genetic beauty.
And I see viciousness right now.
You got it all, Tony.
I see attitude.
Let's be honest, she's got it all. As I said at the outset, now, I'm sure you're familiar with Judy Grable and Jane Mansfield because you had their posters on your wall when you were 14 years old. But Molly Brown?
No.
No, the unsinkable Molly Brown
right.
was a
on the Titanic.
Social. Oh, you do know?
Yes,
okay, there we are. Rumor has it you were on the Titanic, Tony. Or was that WCW?
Tomato, tomato. Fans still to come. Daniel Garcia defends the TNT Championship against Katsuyori Shibata. Now you see the world champion mocking Harley Cameron by clapping "Feel the Wrath, Feel the Wrath." We saw some "Feel the Wrath" signs here tonight for Harley Cameron. Dax Harwood, Chris Jericho still to come.
Surprised people in Georgia can spell wrath. Well, I see a few Mariah May signs as well. No Tony Schiavone signs, though.
Well, no, not in this arena. Fans, our next pay-per-view is Sunday, March 9th. It is Revolution. Use the code on your screen that you saw and join us for Revolution.
What a dominating performance.
It is not
proving
it has
that
not
Harley
been a
Cameron was not worthy of a title opportunity, Tony.
It has not been a dominating performance.
What?
The first 5 minutes of the match, 3 minutes of the match, let's say, it was all Harley Cameron. You saw it.
30 seconds, 2 quick pinfalls, and beyond that, it has been all Mariah May. Perfect execution.
Straight jacket applied here. Taunting by the prototypical bad girl, or mean girl, if you will. This matchup in the women's division continues here on TNT and Max. It is Collision live on this Saturday night from Athens, Georgia, the brand new Aikens Ford Arena. In this great sports college town where you have a tremendous crowd on hand. Right now booing Mariah May, who deserves every bit of it. Hoisting up Harley Cameron, puts Harley on the top turnbuckle.
None jeer so loudly as the jealous. Oh, wow, lighting up. Now it's Harley Cameron who's feeling the wrath of Mariah May.
Top rope tiaras. 1, 2, Harley kicking out and gets out in a 2 count. Well, one thing we've known about the world champion since her arrival from Stardom here in AEW, Mariah May has been, without a doubt, one of the heaviest hitters, hardest hitters in AEW women's division.
Been nigh on a perfect title reign. This might actually be Mariah May's greatest performance. So here we go.
Ripcord missed. But that one didn't. And Harley Cameron and both the champion are down. I believe that time both went face first to the mat. Wasn't it? Fans chant Harley, Harley.
Cameron certainly inspired by that reaction. Oof. Vicious right hand right across the bridge of the nose.
Blocked another one. There's another one from Harley Cameron.
Good thing the champion turning away to protect herself.
2 big forearm shots by Harley Cameron. Shoulder tackle into the ropes. Here she goes again. This time, full body in, and now full arm drag. Takes down Mariah May. Harley Cameron.
Come on, Mariah.
Without a doubt, for Harley Cameron, one of her best matches in AEW.
Look at this.
Pump handle pickup.
Ooh, vicious.
Dropping the champion down. 1, 2, no.
Wow, Cameron getting all of her body weight across the shoulders of the champion. Forcing May to expend a lot of energy kicking out. Come on, Mariah.
What a matchup.
Do it for England. The sun never sets on the English Empire.
Could you imagine if Harley Cameron's first win in AEW...
Wait a second.
1, 2, no, it almost happened there. Came at the hands of the world champion. What about that?
Not now, not after that knee, Tony.
Oh, no.
Bang.
Oh, wow.
Mayday.
1, 2, 3, beat her with Storm Zero.
Here's your winner, the AEW Women's World Champion, the Glamour, Mariah May.
A standing ovation for the AEW Women's Champion.
Fantastic match, Nigel. You got to admit that. Next week, we will find out who will face the world champion in Australia in the Women's Casino Gauntlet match that is live on TBS and Max Wednesday night from Cincinnati as we move closer to Cincinnati and move closer to Grand Slam in Australia. Well, we heard earlier from the Hangman, Adam Page, and now let's hear from Christopher Daniels, his response.
Hangman Page, what you don't seem to understand is I was never approaching you as an AEW official. Even when I was still an EVP, I was trying to be a friend to you. I've known you for more than 15 years, and I saw you go through the worst 1.5 years of your life. I saw all of your friends desert you. I saw the fans turn their back on you, and I wanted to be a friend to you. But every time I reached out, you responded with violence. And I don't even care about getting punched. I've been knocked on my ass more than 1,000 times in my life, Adam. But when you stood face to face, called me an old man, you asked me what I've done in professional wrestling, that hurt. Apparently, it's time for a history lesson, Adam. I'll tell you what I've done. I've won championships. I've main evented pay-per-views. I've wrestled all around the world. And if a professional wrestling company mattered in the last 32 years, I wrestled there. I helped build 2 professional wrestling companies from the ground up. I was AEW before AEW was even real. So maybe 2024 wasn't my best in-ring year of my career, but it's 2025 now, and I'm not an EVP anymore. Now I'm just a man who's sick and tired of being disrespected. Maximum Carnage, Collision, Adam Page, you want Texas Death? I've already shown you that I'm willing to shed my blood. I'll shed yours as well. Maybe I'll add beating your ass to my list of accomplishments.
It is going to be intense. It's going to be next Saturday. Texas Deathmatch, Hangman Adam Page, and Christopher Daniels, Maximum Carnage Collision.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Julia Hart, honoring the House of Black, weighing 285 pounds, Brody King!
What a dominant performer, what a dominant athlete we are watching here. Brody King along with Julia Hart come to the ring. Brody just back from the Tokyo Dome. And of course, Brody, name in AEW synonymous with, I know, the House of Black, but in singles competition, one of the most dangerous men you will find in the ring.
Yeah, unquestionably. Last match we saw Brody King here in AEW was a must-win against Will Ospreay. Christmas night dynamite. This big man had great performances.
And his opponent, Trevor Blackwell.
Trevor Blackwell gets the unenviable task to face Brody King.
Blackwell giving up a lot of size.
Well, most people do to Brody King.
I ain't kidding.
It's just such an intimidating figure. All the tattoos, but look at the long reach he has with his arms as well.
He uses his height and his weight.
Just feels him over to the other side.
Tossing Blackwell like a child.
Whoa. Blackwell rolls on the outside as Julia Hart looks on.
Blackwell might want to continue running all the way back to the locker room at this point.
Uh-oh, and there she stands, wagging her finger at Blackwell, goes down hard.
Well, not that he needed the distraction, but Brody King capitalizing on it.
Oh! Brody King.
No, once more.
This is Brody's first match since the 2024 Continental Classic. Was very successful.
Wow.
Last year in the Classic, very successful this year in the Classic. And now, picking up Trevor Blackwell.
Oh, God.
A massive Gonzo bomb in 1, 2, 3. Decimates Blackwell.
Your winner, Brody King.
Doesn't come much more impressive than that. Honoring the House of Black.
Brody King. Still to come, Dax Harwood, Chris Jericho, everyone barred from ringside. They'll have to go up one-on-one. But coming up next for the TNT Championship, Daniel Garcia defends against Katsuyori Shibata, his longtime partner. Stay with us.
Brody King, we saw you end 2024 on a strong note with that great showing in the Continental Classic, and then that you continued that momentum in 2025. We just saw you at the Tokyo Dome. We heard what Will Ospreay said on Dynamite, and you just picked up a win here tonight. How are you feeling?
You know, Lexi, right now it's a real confusing time for the House of Black and for myself.
We've been through a lot. But I hope you know that at the end of all of it, I respect you. I respect you. I respect Buddy. I think you have the world of potential at your feet. I know what you bring to the table, man. I felt it. I wanted us to be a group. But I tell you what, it's time for you to take the reins and run.
Wow, how about that?
Confusing time for the House of Black. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what comes next.
Take the reins and run. All right, let's go back to the ring for our TNT title match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is for the TNT Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 209 pounds, the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata.
Katsuyori Shibata coming to the ring, and fans, we're going to go back to the ring for the champion's introduction.
And his opponent from Buffalo, New York, weighing 187 pounds, he is the TNT champion, Daniel Garcia.
Fans, we got a story about this match, but I want to let you know that AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery are supporting our partners and organizations who are assisting on the ground during the wildfires in Los Angeles. Please help those in need by making a donation to the American Red Cross, California Wildfires 2025 Fund, World Central Kitchen, LA Fire Department Foundation, Save the Children, and Best Friends Animal Society. They're all actively responding to the crisis. Text RELIEF. That's text RELIEF to 707070 to donate now. Okay. Katsuyori Shibata was here very early in the day. Because of the weather that we had here in Georgia, North and East Georgia, during the day, Daniel Garcia barely got here. He had to change, we understand, in the lift that brought him to the arena here tonight in Athens from the airport in Atlanta. And that is about an hour and a half, 2-hour ride. So is Daniel Garcia ready for Katsuyori Shibata? Matt Menard, I ask you to join our broadcast.
Well, thank you, Tony. I'll tell you right now, Daniel Garcia was born ready. That's the kind of champion he is. A lesser man would have called it a day, I think.
All right, well,
let's talk about the history between these two men, because there's a long story between Shibata and Garcia, and of course we can take it all the way back to the Ring of Honor Pure title. And it was Shibata that beat Garcia for the Pure title, and from them they became tag team partners here in AEW. So where do things stand at the moment, Matt, between these two?
Well, we've seen them team up a number of times here too. Danny saved Shibata, if you remember, saved him from Jack Perry a couple months ago.
Right.
Look, there's a healthy respect. I dare you even say almost a mentorship.
Would you say they're friends?
But tonight, we could call it a friendship, I would say. But the competitive juices, you know? Shibata wants a title match.
Sometimes friendships get thrown to the wind, certainly.
I almost feel like Shibata used that friendship here tonight to get a title match.
How so?
Well, I feel like Danny agreed to the match because of who Shibata is.
The booking committee have got to decide who defends the title, and certainly Garcia more than willing to put the TNT title on the line. But
last week, Daniel Garcia's first defense of the TNT title came right here on the very first Collision simulcast on Max. He defeated Mark Briscoe, and now going after Katsuyori Shibata. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not so sure Garcia can go chop for chop with Shibata.
No, I'm with you. That is not part of the game plan here. He's getting caught up in it.
Beyond that, of course, this past week on Dynamite, a good, impressive performance from Garcia in the Casino Gauntlet match, but seemed to have a conflict with the Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah, that's the type of match where you want to find a partner, somebody to kind of team up with in there, and he chose them didn't exactly work out to his advantage.
Didn't work out exactly. As right now, look at Shibata once more, walking through those chops. Look at Shibata, how he's keeping the distance close between his opponent. He's not allowing Garcia to get a lot of back movement on those chops.
Look at these chops.
Danny's got to go low here instead of going toe-to-toe.
Now look at those machine gun chops. Here comes Shibata, head of steam. Oh! Rocking the head of Garcia.
The hands were not up.
We could have a new champion any moment now because Garcia looks in major trouble. Double underhook. Butterfly suplex.
Come on, Danny.
And a cover by Shibata. 1, 2, and Garcia kicks out of it.
Still alive here, still alive.
Once again, I gotta wonder if the day's travel has had a wear and tear here on the champion.
Can you stop making excuses for Garcia?
Yes, okay.
Here's the thing.
Fans, stay with us. This match continues on Max and TNT.
I feel like there's something to that, though, Tony.
Well, listen, travel was travel for problems for a lot of people to get here. I get it.
But to me, it's not just the travel. He's been spreading himself real thin. I'd like to see him focus on defending that TNT championship. And, you know, to your point, the travel, he defended the title last Saturday night. He was in the Casino Battle Royal this Wednesday, and here we are again defending the title. It's a lot.
I like it. I like seeing a fighting champion.
And we already have one Daniel Garcia apologist here at ringside. We don't need two.
Here he is. Here he is.
1, 2, got a 2 count that time.
You want to talk about people traveling a long way? Mariah, mate, drove 8 hours from Florida just to be here tonight because she knew everybody had shown up in Athens, Georgia just to see her. She didn't want to disappoint them.
Yeah, in the back of a limousine when Harley Cameron drove herself here from Florida. Get your information correct, sir.
It wasn't my information.
Garcia coming off a very, very tough travel day, but gets an elbow between the shoulder blades for his troubles. And now,
come on, Danny. We got to get this thing going here.
And again, the Indian Deathlock from Shibata.
Indian Deathlock. He's going to fall back on it, and when he does, there's going to be a lot of pain here for Daniel Garcia.
Garcia has certainly struggled to establish any dominance in the match, and you could see there Garcia thought for a second before touching the bottom rope, and I think that goes back to when both these men clashed over the pure title, where you weren't supposed to touch the ropes, otherwise you'd lose a rope break.
That's right.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
I mean,
what a shot.
It's been a great start for Shibata here.
Ichimo Kudasai, one more, please.
Ooh. Daniel Garcia doing everything again to pull himself up. Look at the face of Garcia.
Well, this is where, I don't want to say he likes to be here, but this is where he starts to feel alive.
Really?
He starts.
I don't know if I'd like to be on the end of these chops or not.
Look at him go. That blood starts pumping, guys.
Okay.
That's trying to tell you he's a sadist.
A little bit. A little bit.
Garcia, look at it. Garcia coming right forward.
Actually, a masochist. He enjoys pain.
Come on, Danny. There you go.
Roundhouse.
Keep it going.
3 of them. Reversal by Shibata.
Got to be careful here.
Shibata just ate that. Looked up in the air, kind of glance. Having no effect on Shibata. Shibata with the chops.
Loves them.
Watch out. Pump kick. We are back. The TNT title is on the line. Champion Daniel Garcia with a lariat right out of the break to finally send Shibata down. Shibata has just been beating Daniel Garcia from one side to the other here.
But here we go, the TNT champion on top right now. It's Saturday Night Boys TNT. We're live on Max. Let's go, Danny.
I think Shibata's still in this.
Come on.
He absorbed those blows. He is back to his feet. Garcia's going to hook him here. Swinging neck breaker. 1, 2, no. A 2 count. Oh, what action.
A little twist and shout right there.
And slow to get up. Fans, we hope you'll join us whenever we come your way. We're going to be in Huntsville on Wednesday, January 29th. The Dynamite and Collision. That's on a Wednesday night. Step through.
No.
1, 2. Got a 2 count. Also coming back to the Houston area, Saturday, February 8th for Collision. 1, 2. And a 2 count there. And then we're going to be in Austin, Texas at the HEB Center on Tuesday, February 11th for Dynamite on that Tuesday night.
Come on, Danny. Let's put it together here now.
Certainly Garcia's got to show something. And Shibata has been one step ahead in terms of aggression.
Absolutely. No question here.
Garcia has done a good job certainly last week. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
You kidding me?
Shibata wants the TNT title. This could be it. Oh.
Shibata, just an amazing performer, and Daniel Garcia.
Just going back and forth here now.
What a matchup we've got for the TNT Championship.
Danny's fought himself back into this thing. Got caught. No!
Leg trip takedown.
Glad Shibata wasn't able to capitalize there.
These wrestlers, the wrestler and the champion colliding for the TNT Championship, and you are watching it here live on TNT and on Max.
Both champion and challenger now lying on their backs as the official. Up to 5. Wow.
You can feel it here, man. Title on the line. It could slip away that easily.
No more. Finally, one-man moves, and Shibata at 8.
Oh, boy.
Look at the eyes of the competitors here.
What are we doing, Danny? Danny, what are you doing?
Oh, he's going to try to chop him here. Back and forth they go. Is this a good strategy for Garcia this late?
I don't know, Tony, but it's what he's doing.
Wasn't a good strategy early on, and either way, Shibata changing the game now.
Danny can be stubborn, you know.
Standing octopus stretch. And Garcia quickly getting to the middle rope.
Oh, dragon screw leg whip.
Ow. Go to work, Danny, go to work.
Nicely done by Garcia. Now, an ankle lock. Shibata just got out of that.
How good is Shibata?
He's unbelievable.
How good is Shibata? Wow. Yes, yes, yes.
2.
Holy
Shibata,
smokes.
Of course, as we mentioned, Ring of Honor Pure Champion for 239 days, trained by Antonio Inoki.
Dragon Tamer.
But now the Dragon Tamer is on in the center of the ring.
Lean back, Danny.
Wow, beautiful escape.
He's got an answer for everything.
He sure does. Look at this.
Achilles lock, by the looks of things, driving the forearm into the Achilles tendon of Garcia.
Reach, Danny. Go back to reaching.
And again,
now, figure 4.
Into the figure 4.
The classic.
Great technique from the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata.
What do you do here, Nigel? Do you reach or do you try to turn it?
I get to the ropes as quickly as I can. Garcia's maybe 6 feet from the bottom rope. All he's got to do is inch himself 2 feet away, and there he is. Go for it, Danny.
Reach.
Touch it. There it is.
Yes, sir. He got to the bottom.
All right. We're in it here. Come on.
Don't worry about pride. Just worry about your title.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that for sure.
Oh. He came from the back, from the front. No, ducked it out. Another dragon screw.
Oh.
No, he blocked the dragon screw.
No.
2. Oh, my God. Garcia got...
Wow.
Oh, the taste slapped right out of his mouth on that one.
It's counter after counter here, guys. Chop after chop.
Ripcord. Now
we go. Yes.
1, 2. Go. Yes. Garcia got the win out of it.
Here's your winner, and still the TNT champion,
easier, does it? Week after week. This is what Daniel Garcia does, defending that title. What a match.
I'm telling you, Daniel Garcia's had many wins. Second title defense, this may be, and I know he's got a long way to go, this may be a title-defining win for Daniel Garcia.
Incredible.
Certainly pulling the victory out of the jaws of defeat. Katsuyori Shibata seemed to have an answer to every question Garcia gave him. And eventually the jackknife pin, which has won him a number of victories, retains him the TNT title.
Part of me feels like we got away with one here tonight after the week he's had. What a match.
All right, coming up Wednesday on Dynamite Maximum Carnage, it's the women's gauntlet match with the winner getting a world title shot in Australia.
The Casino Gauntlet has become AEW's signature match, an unpredictable contest that is the epitome of being elite. And now, it's their turn. The first ever women's Casino Gauntlet, an explosion of one of the best female rosters ever. 2 women start. At random intervals, another woman enters. No set number, no time limit. One fall ends it all. The first woman to score a pin or submission is declared the winner. The prize, a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. The only way to make history is to go through hell. Ladies, let's do this.
And of course, that comes up on Wednesday at the Women's Casino Gauntlet match at Maximum Carnage Dynamite. Plus, coming up next, Dax Harwood, Chris Jericho, one-on-one. Everyone barred from ringside on Collision.
I am the Learning Tree.
It's time for the main event here on Collision.
Your Collision main event is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, he is the Ring of Honor World Champion, the Learning Tree, the Nueve, Chris Jericho!
I mentioned earlier that this is everyone barred from ringside. Here's why, Nigel.
This is the reason. Starting out here tonight, Adam Copeland had just beat Big Bill using a low blow. The Learning Tree wanted to try to teach him a lesson, but FTR coming out to even the numbers. And with security out, chaos ensued. And the only way we would get a clear, fair one-on-one matchup in tonight's main event is to bar everybody, Tony, from ringside.
All right, very well. And here we go with a member of FTR, the Axe.
And his opponent from Asheville, North Carolina, weighing 222 pounds, Dax the Axe.
Dax the Axe, who said he was going to try to chop down the Learning Tree. They had a good shot at it last week on Collision, as you can see right here. A meeting of two legends. Jericho on one side, Adam Copeland on the other. FTR and the Learning Tree collided. Triple action in the middle wasn't enough. It then became a battle of wills, a war of attrition, if you want, that took the action to the outside, but ultimately it would be a double-team shadow machine and spear that would secure the victory for Rated FTR.
And here we go with our main event. Dax and Chris Jericho. Chris calling out to the fans. Look at this.
Hi, guys. His fans are here en masse.
From the collar and elbow tie-up. Big push off that time by Dax. What's this?
You can see, you better check the thumb, perhaps the nails. Dax the Axe. Sometimes a wrestler can actually sharpen the nails to a point to try to cut somebody's skin. I've seen it done. I wouldn't put it past Dax the Axe.
Did you ever do it?
Certainly not.
All right, back to the corner they go. Still hooking on, neither man letting go here, and they fall on the outside.
Put it down our way, be careful.
They hook up once again.
Watch out, Tony, get out of the way.
For crying out loud.
There you go, stand in front of me, Tony. I'll protect you.
Now they're over on the other side. You can get up, Nigel.
I'm just protecting you.
Thank you so much for that.
No worries, you can thank me later. But certainly, though, this is going to get a chaotic brawl. You can only imagine if the other 6 members of last week's main event were allowed out here.
They will not let go.
Neither man refusing to release the grip.
And now back in the ring.
Center stage, if you will.
Battle of wills here, basically.
Oof. Whoa, wow.
Well, Jericho responding now. We've mentioned this many times. Dax the Axe, without a doubt. We saw Shibata earlier, one of the great choppers, but Dax known as maybe the best. Look at this.
Good striker, Dax the Axe. Oh, for the love of yikes.
Wow. Dragon screw, and Jericho just crumpled on that.
Yeah, a very awkward twisting of the ligaments in the knee. And thankfully, the Learning Tree has a brace on his left knee. Oh, look at that. Desperate pandering from Dax the Axe.
It's not pandering, the fans love him. You don't have to pander to them.
Fans love me as well. You don't see me clapping their hands.
Oh, Chris Jericho pulled his legs back towards the ring, and Dax hit the ring post very hard. Well, you can just tell the facial expressions of these combatants how much they dislike each other here.
They really are booing Dax the Axe here.
Well, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, they're entitled to cheer and boo for whoever they want, Tony.
Dax trying to make his way over that LED board. Of course, safety rail. Top of it came off. Footing is unsure. And Jericho takes advantage of it.
Jericho, a true veteran. Has transcended sports entertainment.
We got a fight in the front row, and now it finally goes back towards the ring. This is the main event here on Collision as we head towards Maximum Carnage. Oh! Sheer drop brainbuster. Cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count. As we head towards Maximum Carnage on Wednesday, live on TBS from Cincinnati, and here on Max as well, simulcast. And of course, Maximum Carnage next Saturday on TNT and on Max. And we've got that big Texas death match coming up next Saturday as well between Christopher Daniels and Hangman Page. And a chop by Jericho.
A lot of reasons to watch AEW in the upcoming week. Is now out of the way there. Beautiful.
Jericho brings him down with an Hurricane Rana, and this match continues live on TNT and Max.
The learning tree teaching Dax the Axe a proverbial lesson.
Now they're chanting Jericho's name, many of them here.
Yeah. They recognize talent when they see it. They recognize a man, a veteran, a legend who, as I said, has transcended sports entertainment. Do it. Yes.
The catapult, and that was face nose first to the bottom of that turnbuckle pad.
It's hard to make Dax the Axe any less attractive, but that might do it.
Well,
what are you saying?
You take your shots, don't you?
Well, when I'm sat down here and he's getting beaten up, of course I do. He's got the sort of face only a mother could love. Ooh, wow. Well, I did hear after he was born, he was so ugly they slapped his mum.
Come on, baby!
Jericho now pandering to the crowd, by the way. If I can use that old term that was used moments ago here on this telecast.
On the wave, a real fan favorite here in Georgia. Jericho, the inaugural AEW World Champion.
Yikes.
One of the most tenured superstars of all time.
To the ropes. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Look at the way, the body control of Chris Jericho.
Crisscross blow that time.
Seamless offense.
I got to admit, Chris Jericho is wrestling a hell of a match tonight.
Always cover.
1, 2, 2 count.
Have you ever seen Chris Jericho not wrestle a credible match?
Well, I've seen him win and lose throughout his career.
Well, win, lose, or draw, always an incredible performance from the learning tree.
The Nueve, the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Out of the ropes, Jericho. 1, 2, 3.
Dax the Axe doesn't seem to have an answer.
Out of the ropes. 1,
Dax the Axe like a bad pupil in class. I think Dax the Axe is going to get an F grade. Jericho is scoring things.
Blowing kisses to the fans. Oh my God.
Well, are you sure? I'm blowing him towards Arcady. I'm not sure about that. She's got a smile on her face.
We are back. We are with you live on Max and TNT. Tony and Nigel, this main event with everyone barred in ringside. It's Chris Jericho going up against Dax the Axe of FTR. And Harwood's laying him in now. Jericho was having a lot of fun moments ago. But right now, Dax trying to make a comeback. Jericho, though, sent him down twice with shoulder tackles. Jericho over the top. Dax falters in the middle of the ring. I think it's his right knee. And Jericho, crossbody Chris Jericho. Dax holds him over 1, 2. And a 2 count.
Old veteran move there, using Jericho's momentum to his advantage.
Oh. Dax holding on. Another German holding on again. Can Dax get him up and over a 3rd time? Yes! No, he cannot! Forward roll by Chris Jericho. And he's going for the walls. But a catapult nonetheless. And Harwood hits hard on the top turnbuckle.
Chris Jericho, time and again, has used his veteran experience against a veteran to get himself back on offense. Here he comes! Wow, landed that flush.
The Lion saw 1, 2, no! And a 2 count.
Not a lot of mustard on the kick out from Dax the Axe, and you could understand why. I'd love to see a replay of that. Lion salt, the knees coming into the chest and the jaw of Dax. But Jericho now moving forward.
Fans next week, Maximum Carnage coming up on Wednesday. Kenny Omega returns to the ring against the Machine, Brian Cage. Also, Christian Cage and Hook will go at it as Jericho goes down hard on the knee. That's right, Cage and Hook Wednesday live on the TBS. Then our Women's Casino Gauntlet match. The winner gets a world title shot at Grand Slam Australia. The #1 spot was secured by Chris Stanley. 2 and a 2 count. And then for the world title, Jon Moxley, Powerhouse Hobbs. And just announced a trios match. The Hurt Syndicate against Private Party and Mark Briscoe. Just announced by Tony Khan. Coming up at Maximum Carnage next Wednesday.
Speaking of world champions in action after what happened on Wednesday right now, though.
Right? Spoiling their celebration. Did the Hurt Syndicate. We all saw that on Wednesday. And now Dax is going up top with Jericho. What is Dax going to do here? He's going to go for a superplex.
Ooh,
wow. Man, Jericho.
Jericho taking a risk there.
You're not kidding. Did take a risk. Both men hit hard. And Jericho, as you can see, the lower back.
But it was Dax the Axe across the shoulders, back of the neck.
It's always so dangerous up on those top turnbuckles, and we saw just a little bit sample of that when Jericho almost fell off.
Jericho's foot slipped and really brought down the pile were it not for the balance.
That's right.
The former AEW World Tag Team Champion Dax the Axe. This match could have ended there.
Now we're seeing a little bit of what we saw last week when Dax and Chris Jericho were face to face. And now on their knees, forearm shots. Back to their feet, going at it. Dax holds on. Oh!
Dax wants to make this a striking affair. He believes he's got the beating of the learning tree when it comes to striking. Once things pick up pace, that favors Jericho.
They're hearing those shots all the way to Sanford Stadium here in Athens, Georgia. They are loud. Oh, both men go down. What a matchup. Two of the great veterans going at it here. One, of course, known as a tag team specialist, but don't count him out when you talk about singles competition. And then there's Chris Jericho, one of the greats of all time. Where's he going now?
Headed our way. Gonna get a drink, perhaps. Oh, no.
No, he's grabbing the Ring of Honor World Championship belt.
Oh, look at this.
Now he's headed towards Dax.
Right in front of the official as well. Jericho not too concerned about a disqualification.
Dax tried for a sergeant roll, and Dax was shoved back to the steel steps.
Oof.
Chris Jericho
breaker.
with the code breaker on.
Renamed as a cope breaker last week for its effect on Adam Copeland. They are dangerously close to us, Tony. Up to 8, the official up to 8. 9, that's it.
Oh, he stumbled to Dax, but he got back in. Fans, don't forget, we're going to stay with this one as long as it takes to get us a winner here tonight on Collision. So stay with us here on Max and, of course, on TNT. Chris Jericho tried the walls. The strong legs by Dax. Countered that. Double leg pickup, step through. Sharpshooter.
Can he turn Jericho, though? Yes, he's halfway there. Look at the angle of Jericho's body. He doesn't want to go all the way through. He doesn't want to let Dax the Axe get the full extension on this sharpshooter. But he's getting close to it. Oh, well done.
Jericho made it back.
What bravery on the part of on the way back. Dax the Axe, though, turning his back on his opponent. A rare miscalculation, perhaps.
Jericho's got the belt. Swinging wildly and missing. Side suplex. Up on top. Jericho, I think he punched the referee in the eye.
What?
The referee, Bryce Wensberg, cannot even stand up straight.
Something happened. I was looking at Dax the Axe on the top rope.
Dax goes over to check the referee, and Dax gets nailed by the belt. Chris Jericho. First of all, I think he punched the referee in the eye. Then he whacked Dax with the belt.
Right, I don't know that's got to be it, though.
1, 2, 3. No, not yet.
Well, despite the poke to the eye, the official, Bryce Wensberg, able to see the shoulder come up at the last second. Even without anybody else at ringside, this one has been chaotic and difficult to officiate. Oh!
There it was. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, the Learning Tree, the Nueve, Chris Jericho!
Well, today's lesson is you better pay attention when you're in there with the Learning Tree.
Now
using the advantage to his advantage. Oh, but wait a second, there's more lessons to be learned, Tony.
The bad apple. And the big bill in. Of course, they were banned from ringside during the match. But now, laying it on Dax. What the heck?
School in session.
And of course,
well, you had to know this was going to happen. Let's get some security out here again. No one's safe when Capricious Cope is anywhere near the ring.
Oh, we got other people coming in.
Wait a second, the Death Riders.
Death Riders are in.
No John Moxley instead.
No John Moxley, absolutely.
The
but here
comes champions. The Outrunners.
The Outrunners have
the men that time forgot.
This is absolutely out of control.
Pandemonium here at ringside.
They're fighting outside and in. There you see Wheeler Yuta and Cash Wheeler on the outside. Big Bill is over near us.
They're headed our way, Tony. You've never been known for being the most sprite of foot. If I were you, I'd be on them.
Yeah, I think we better stand up, because this is crazy here. Fans, again, Chris Jericho wins this main event. And the fight continues. The Outrunners. Cope. Rated FTR, if you will, out here together. Cope standing strong in the ring. Watch out from behind. It's John Moxley. The world champion John Moxley is out. Marina Shafir sends him a chair.
Moxley like a coiled cobra, striking the neck of Adam Copeland. Triple fusion. The injury that took Cope out for 9 years.
Let's get security out, right? Oh, wait a minute. It's Powerhouse Hobbs.
Moxley's opponent next week on Maximum Carnage.
Powerhouse Hobbs face to face with Jon Moxley. Thank God of that. Claudio is up and down. Uh-oh. Right idea, wrong man. Slowly. Powerhouse Hobbs faces Jon Moxley.
Get at it.
Oh, Marina Shafir in the face of Powerhouse Hobbs as Jon Moxley takes the other side. And now Wheeler Yuta.
Watch out.
Oh, my God. When Jon Moxley runs to the other side, Wheeler Yuta took the bullet. And it was a big one. He is out. And fans coming on Maximum Carnage just announced. We have Jon Moxley, Powerhouse Hobbs, and so much more. We're out of time tonight on Collision.
Made in Georgia.